How often do you stop and do nothing? How often do you make time to think about where you're going? How often do you sit in quiet spaces? We are so busy wrapped in our lives and careers that we seldom take time to just pause and reflect. Our lives are constantly go, 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 and we're bombarded with messaging about keeping busy and being productive. There is so much noise coming at us from all angles. But to get on the path to true fulfillment, we need these three things: time, space, and silence. We first need to consciously carve out time. Now, to some, that might feel like the most impossible thing, but hear me out. It doesn't need to be hours worth of time. It can be as simple as 15 minutes every morning, something that can be easily integrated into your morning routine. Others of you might find it easier to block out a whole day to spend time really diving deep. The most important thing is to do it. Do what's best for you and what works around the career that you currently have. Once you've found time, the next step is finding space. Again, this can be quite challenging, especially for those working from home with family responsibilities, but it's important for you to commit to. You want to find a space, somewhere that you enjoy being, that can be used as your go-to place for you to do this work. When I was working in Canary Wharf and I was planning my future life, I used to use this beautiful quiet rooftop garden where I would sit and spend half of my lunch break planning my reinvention. It was quiet, enjoyable to be in, and more importantly, an anchor, a reminder of what I was working towards every time I went there. I have fond memories of that space, and I remember going back a few years later, now living the life I had mapped out in that notebook in that space. Lastly, you need silence. It's easy when we're alone to get distracted and reach for our phone or get lost in our phones. Some of us might even find discomfort in being with ourselves. Silence is what makes us hear our inner voice that is always there, but gets drowned out by the monotony and pressures of our everyday life. So what can you hear now that you couldn't hear before?